Once upon a time in the African savannah, there lay the kingdom of Dagonba, ruled by the benevolent King Kofi. Dagonba was a land of rich culture, vibrant traditions, and untold beauty. Yet, beneath this majestic kingdom, a storm was brewing, threatening its peace and stability. King Kofi, a man of great wisdom and strength, had one unfulfilled longing, the birth of an heir. His queen, Nana, a woman of unparalleled beauty and grace, had been his beloved companion since their youth. As the years passed, the palace echoed with silence where the laughter of children should have been. Despite all efforts, Queen Nana had been unable to conceive, and the pressure on her was immense. As months turned into years, the king's frustration grew. He adored Nana, but the throne demanded continuity, and the whispers in the court grew louder each day. One day, in despair, King Kofi issued a stern warning to his queen: if she could not bear him a son, he would take a younger maiden as his wife to give him the heir he desperately needed. Queen Nana was heartbroken. The thought of losing her place to another woman was unbearable. In her desperation, she found herself drawn to the king's butler, Kojo. Kojo was strikingly handsome, with a charm that had not gone unnoticed by the queen. He had served the royal family with unwavering loyalty, his presence a comforting constant in palace life. The queen's admiration for Kojo had started innocently enough, but as the king's threats loomed larger, her feelings grew more intense. She found herself drawn to Kojo's strength, his kindness, and the solace he provided. In her heart, a dangerous idea began to take root: perhaps Kojo could give her the child the king so desired. One evening, Queen Nana summoned Kojo to her chambers. Her heart pounded as she prepared to set her plan into motion. She welcomed him with a warm smile, her eyes betraying none of the turmoil within. "Kojo," she began softly, "you have served this palace with great dedication. Your loyalty has not gone unnoticed." Kojo bowed respectfully. "Thank you, my queen. It is my honor to serve." "I have been struggling," she confessed. "The weight of the king's expectations is heavy upon me. I fear I may lose my place if I cannot give him the heir he desires." Kojo's expression softened. "My queen, you have always been a pillar of strength and grace. The king's love for you is deep and true." "But it is not enough," she replied, her voice trembling. "I need a son, Kojo. The future of this kingdom depends on it." Kojo's heart ached for the queen. "What can I do to help, my queen?" he asked sincerely. Queen Nana stepped closer. "I need you, Kojo. I need you to help me conceive a child. A child that will secure my place and save my marriage." Kojo was taken aback. "My queen, I am but a servant. This is not my place." Nana placed a hand on his arm. "Please, Kojo. You are my only hope." After much hesitation, Kojo found himself unable to resist the queen's plea. Over the following weeks, their secret affair blossomed, hidden from prying eyes. Kojo and Nana found solace in each other's arms, their bond growing stronger with each passing day. One fateful day, Queen Nana discovered she was with child. Her heart soared with joy and relief. She immediately informed the king, who was overjoyed at the news. The palace erupted in celebration, the threat of a new wife forgotten as the promise of an heir became a reality. Months passed, and Queen Nana's belly swelled with life. She and Kojo maintained their secret, their bond deepening. Yet the weight of their deception hung heavy over them, a constant reminder of the fragile web they had woven. The day finally arrived when Queen Nana went into labor. The palace was abuzz with excitement, the king eagerly awaiting the birth of his heir. As the midwives tended to the queen, Kojo paced nervously outside her chambers. Hours later, the cries of a newborn filled the air. The midwives emerged, announcing the birth of a healthy baby boy. The king rushed to the queen's side, tears of joy in his eyes. Queen Nana's heart swelled with pride and relief, knowing her position was secure. But as weeks turned into months, the weight of their secret began to take its toll. Kojo and Nana's once passionate affair grew strained, their guilt and fear of discovery gnawing at them. They could not escape the reality of their actions. One evening, as the moon cast its silvery light over the palace, Kojo and Nana met in the gardens. "We cannot continue like this," Kojo said, his voice filled with anguish. "The truth will come out, and it will destroy us all." Queen Nana's eyes filled with tears. "I know, Kojo. But what can we do? The king must never know the truth." Kojo took her hands. "Perhaps it is time for me to leave, to ensure the safety of our child and your place in the palace." Nana's grip tightened on his hands. "No, Kojo. I cannot bear to lose you. You are the father of my child, and I love you." Their moment was shattered by the sound of footsteps. They quickly composed themselves as the king appeared, his expression filled with suspicion. "What is going on here?" he demanded. Queen Nana's heart raced. "We were simply discussing palace matters, my king." The king's gaze lingered on Kojo. "I see. Kojo, return to your duties." Kojo bowed deeply, his heart heavy. "Yes, my king." As he walked away, Queen Nana's heart ached. She knew their love could never be, and the truth of their child's parentage would forever remain a burden. Months passed, and the child grew strong and healthy, the pride of the kingdom. But the queen and Kojo's hearts remained heavy with the weight of their deception. One fateful day, a visiting dignitary from a neighboring kingdom arrived, bringing a gift of rare and precious herbs. The king, ever the gracious host, invited him to stay. As the dignitary mingled with the court, his keen eyes observed the interactions around him. He noticed the subtle glances between the queen and Kojo, the tension in the air. His curiosity piqued, he began to quietly inquire about the palace's affairs. It wasn't long before whispers of the queen's affair reached the dignitary's ears. Determined to uncover the truth, he set a plan in motion. He approached the king, feigning concern. "My king, I have heard troubling rumors. I fear there may be those who seek to deceive you." The king's eyes narrowed. "What do you mean?" "I have heard whispers that the queen and your butler share a bond beyond their duties. It is said that the child you believe to be your heir may not be yours." The king's heart pounded with fury. "These are serious accusations. I demand proof." The dignitary nodded. "I shall uncover the truth, my king." In the following days, the dignitary discovered evidence of the queen and Kojo's affair. Armed with this knowledge, he confronted the king. "My king, I have found the proof you sought. The queen and the butler have deceived you, and the child you believe to be your heir is not yours." The king's fury was immeasurable. He stormed into the queen's chambers. "How could you betray me?" he demanded. Queen Nana's heart broke. "I did what I thought was necessary to secure our future," she replied. "I never meant to hurt you." The king's eyes filled with tears. "You have destroyed everything we built together. You and that butler will pay for this treachery." Kojo was swiftly apprehended, and the queen was placed under guard. The palace was thrown into chaos as the truth of their deception spread. The people of Dagonba were shocked and dismayed. The king decreed that Kojo be exiled and the queen confined to her chambers. The child, innocent of the sins of his parents, would be raised as a ward of the state. As Kojo was led away, he cast one last glance at the queen. Their love had brought them nothing but heartache and tragedy. They had sacrificed everything for a fleeting moment of hope, and now they would pay the price for their actions. The kingdom of Dagonba slowly began to heal, but the scars of the queen's betrayal remained. The people looked to the future with hope, but the memory of the queen's deception would forever be a reminder of the fragility of trust and the price of desperation. The story of Queen Nana and Kojo teaches about the consequences of deceit and desperation. Share your thoughts in the comments below and subscribe.